Ink Ribbon.
The year was 2000. The console was the PlayStation 1 and Lara Croft was all the rage. At least to me she was. To say I had an unhealthy obsession with her would be putting it lightly. After finishing Tomb Raider Chronicles, I unlocked this preview video for the next game. That game would go on to be Angel of Darkness. Oh, but if only the story ended there.
Oh man, my stupid, dumb, young tween self could not wait for the next generation of Tomb Raider. And wait, I did. For 3 years, actually.
Fast forward to 2001 when I finally had my PS2. Around this time I had been playing Metal Gear Solid 2, Midnight Club, Gran Turismo 3, and a few other games for the shiny new console. I knew that development took time, so I patiently waited and searched all magazines and shows on G4 for any slight mention of it, but there was very little. Eventually there was a PS2 demo disc released with a trailer for it that I watched about 100 times, but that was it. Because I was always searching, I always found the release dates, so I would take a Sharpie and mark it on my calendar, with birthday money saved up specifically to buy the game. But I went into a fun cycle where I had to keep scratching the date out and moving it to the new release dates that I kept finding.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say this, I really did this to my calendar for like a whole year. It was just this horrible scribbled mess, and I wish I had the calendar so I could show you, but it was pretty bad. Eventually I just stopped writing down the release date because it just didn't stop. It just kept going and going and I gave up.
Well, eventually the game released, and I think I may have even skipped school to go buy it, but either way I got home and my excitement was so strong that I was able to get past all the problems. And oh my god, there were problems. But you don't notice glitches as much when you're foaming at the mouth. I played the game from beginning to end, and within about a week or two, I had beaten it. Which was actually the first time I beat a Tomb Raider game without cheats.
So why am I telling you this? Well, this was a really big deal to Tomb Raider fans like myself for a lot of reasons. You don't have to look very far into the internet to find Tomb Raider fans who hate everything Tomb Raider that came after Angel of Darkness. The original games, Angel of Darkness included, are kind of more when Lara Croft was a hero and like a really strong character.
After this game from Legend onward, Lara became a lot more sensitive and a little bit whiny, to be honest.
You okay?
And that's probably the point in time when a lot of fans like myself slowly began to mourn her, since she just wasn't the same character and the newer games had lost a lot of what made them special. I mean, the new Tomb Raider games have been called Uncharted rip-offs, which is funny since Uncharted was kind of a rip-off of Tomb Raider.
Okay, so now you're all caught up. So now let's go all the way back to the beginning, because a shit show this big surely has a great story behind it.
Going back to 1999, the team was already done with Tomb Raider. They had been pumping out a game every year and were pretty burnt out, so the company restructured, dividing the team into two. One to finish Tomb Raider Chronicles, and the other to start development on Angel of Darkness. So a year later, when Chronicles was finished, the focus shifted to Angel of Darkness, and they quickly discovered that the team had spent most of the time dicking around, and they had to scrap almost everything and start over a la Resident Evil 1.5. The team began to throw idea after idea into the game and started taking inspiration from Metal Gear Solid, Shenmue, and even films by Luc Besson and David Fincher. This overambition was combined with a general lack of leadership, and in production of any kind, this is a recipe for disaster. And as we already know, that's exactly what happened. One of the ideas that was implemented by the higher-ups was the inclusion of a character that could be the focus of a spin-off series, and that character was Curtis Trent. Oh yes, he had his own spin-off planned from his conception. He was given a whole backstory, moveset, special abilities, and so on, but thanks to the game's critical failure, all of that is now in a box somewhere, never to see the light of day. Along with scrapped content was a ton of story elements. These included the explanation of how Lara survived in the last revelation, more insight into almost every character, and explanations of pretty much everything, which would have helped the story feel a lot less disjointed. And there was even sections of levels that were removed by mistake, as discovered by modders.
Now I know what you might be thinking, oh well, a lot of this was cut for time constraints or something like that, and in some cases yes, but a lot of content was intentionally left out for the planned sequel. No, this isn't funny, it's bad. Yes. See, this game had a lot going for it.
The voice acting was good. The story was disjointed, but intriguing. All of the characters and environments were interesting. The atmosphere was great, and the music was beautifully done. Lara was on her way to a newer and more interesting and developed story arc.
There was so much potential, and it ended up causing this domino effect. So at this point, the Tomb Raider series has been rebooted about 3 times, and it's lost all semblance of what made it original to begin with, which is genuinely sad. And that is the chaos of Tomb Raider: Angel of Darkness. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, check out my other stuff on my channel and feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the community tab where you can vote on future videos. I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.
And a very special thank you to the following Patreon supporters. Your support means so much to me. Thank you.